Welcome back to part 4 of 2004 Raptor 350 rebuild. Today I think I'm going to take the Nerf bars off. I'm going to pull the heel guards off, both sides. And then I'm going to start trying to clean these things up and do some fabrication to make them fit this bike, even though they're not for this bike. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take the heel guards off, and I'm going to take the Nerf bar off. I don't think I'm going to video any of that. I'll come back when I'm done. Nerf bars are off. See? Heel guards took off. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the bolts out of here and there so I can rotate this. And then I'm going to bring it in and see if I can get some type of an alignment with the frame, see if there's any possible way I can mount this before I go any further. So I'm going to set it up, put these in a vise and take those two bolts out so I can get those tubes to rotate. I got the Nerf bars all apart. These are all the pieces. This was not easy to get apart. It was, these pieces were pretty stuck together. I had to use heat, and I had to put it in a vise, had to wiggle it back and forth. I had to hit it with PB Blaster, more heat. Eventually, I got them out. I sanded some of the rust off. They don't go in perfectly because when they were bolted together, the aluminum parts now are a little bit out of round, so they don't go in that well. I mean, I can pound them back in. Shouldn't be a problem. This one, on the other hand, this one broke apart while I was trying to get it out. I can weld it back on. Not a big deal. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to mock this up and figure out the best way to mount these on there and then fabricate what I need. Alright, so here's the Nerf bars, and this piece was originally facing down like this, down, so I need it to come up. So this Nerf bar was on the other side, and now when I put this in here like this and the holes are lined up, it's up, but it's too far up. And let me show you what I did here. So I want to use that hole in that motor mount right there to have this go through. You can see that, to have that go through there, and then I'll be able to keep it stationary and pretty firm by doing that. So on this side, it was originally like that because it mounted like that. What I need to do is I need to rotate it up like this. So it was originally like that. I want to rotate it up like this, and I think I want to mount it to the foot peg here through those holes, sort of like on my sort of like the other two bikes are mounted like that. They're mounted on the foot pegs. They're not mounted to the frame. They're mounted to the foot pegs. So I think I want to take advantage of using that front hole and then drill another hole in there and put a spacer in there to make up that distance. And so I'm going to have to cut this part off and to mount it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here. I think I'm just going to cut this straight down here like that, and I think that will give me what I need to mount in here. I won't hit that. Pretty sure that's what we got. Let me just take a quick measurement to double check it. So we can go 5 3/4 back without hitting anything from the center of the hole. So we'll go 5 3/4 from the center of the slot to there. I think that's more than enough. Actually, I'll bring that line in just a tad bit more. And this piece I'm going to cut off. So I'm going to go do that now, and then I'll come back. All right, so I got it cut down, and I got just one bolt in it right now. Nut and bolt. It's a little bit small. I'm going to go one size up from that. That's 1/4 inch. I'm going to go with 5/16, I think. But for now, that's for mocking purposes. It's fine. I got it mocked up. I think it looks pretty good. I think this will work. So what I did was, as you can see, I cut that to length. I put a spacer in there, and the spacer is basically the piece that I cut off right here. I cut it up. I cut it into 2 pieces off the other one, and I have it in there as a spacer. I'll make it neater. I need to drill through this, and so I can bolt that. You can see here that this is just a long carriage bolt that I have. I'll make up something that will go through there, and I can bolt through. I'll weld something up. It's sitting on the frame up front, inside, away from anything that could possibly hit it on the trail. So that's in there, right? I think that I think these are going to work. These holes right here are pretty close to being lined up. I'm probably going to take the Dremel and elongate these a little bit so I know they'll fit and be in the right orientation. I'm probably going to have to do the same here. Those are a tad bit off, so I'll elongate the steel. I won't elongate the aluminum because I don't want to have just be another access point for dirt and water. So I'll elongate that. The other side I have just on there, propped up right now because I still have to fix the other peg mount. Again, you can see the way it's in there. I think they're gonna work out just fine. All right, weld's done. That's not coming back off of there. All right, so now I'm gonna cut it to length, and then I'm gonna go test fit it on the bike and see how it looks. Made this up. As you can see, I pounded a nut in there, and it puts it in pretty square, and the points end up getting inside, sort of pressing themselves in there. I did it on both sides. This is gonna be the spacer that goes through the hole in the frame and connects the front of the 2 Nerf bars together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld those nuts in there so they don't come out. All right, the ends are done. I mean, the welds aren't perfect, but I tried to stay away from the threaded hole as best I could so that I didn't goober up the threads. So that's my threaded spacer now. I'm gonna go install that. So what I did was I took this, I drilled another hole in the drill press next to it, and then I took the webbing out between the 2 holes with my Dremel. This will give me adjustment when I get up by the frame. All right, they're all done. Got them on there. They look good. I'll put a little light on there for you. So I got the spacer there. I just got to grind those. I'm going to make them round. I haven't had time to do that yet. This hardware is a little bit small. I want to go a size up. I don't have any. All I have is 1/4 inch hardware right now. You can see here the threaded spacer I made is in there, and it's all bolted in. It's going through the frame. It's not going anywhere. The Nerf bars are tucked up inside the frame, so nothing's hanging down below anymore, the way it should be. I got them mounted to the foot pegs. Yeah, you can see here. I'll push down on them. They ain't going nowhere. This side here, it's all set as well. Same deal. That is actually the size of the hardware I want to use. I think it's 3/8. It might be 5/16. That's 1/4 inch. Too small. That's what I'm going to use. Again, over here, you can see the threaded rod. It's all screwed in. Everything's tight. And they look good. So, next thing, I got to take it apart. I got to wire wheel everything. All this stuff here. And paint it. I put a coat of black paint on it, gloss black or whatever. It'll look good. I might pull the foot pegs and do those as well while I'm at it, so everything matches. But yeah, that's it. Came out good. You want to look at them from a distance. I don't know if you can see them, but they look good. It was a bit of a job. It wasn't easy. But the end result is well worth it. In the end, you know, the more aftermarket stuff you have on a bike, the more it's worth. It's been about a week since I last videoed on this Nerf bar fabrication. We got some snow and a brutal cold snap. It is 15 degrees today, and it's really cold in the garage. I fired up my wood stove. And I'm waiting for it to heat up out here. As you can see there. Or maybe you can't. She's smoking. She's heating up. I made that wood stove specifically for this garage. If you go to my channel, you can find the 2 videos I have up of me making that from a mailbox. So the Nerf bars are all done. I wire wheeled them. I put a coat of paint on them. The paint is good enough. It's not showroom quality or anything like that, but it'll keep it from rusting. So I'm gonna put those on the bike right now. I got the hardware that I need from Home Depot today, and I painted the foot pegs too, so they don't stand out like a sore thumb against the painted Nerf bar. So I think it's gonna look good. I'm gonna assemble those right now, put them on. Put the netting back where it belongs in those loops, and I'll turn you back on when I have a finished product. Finished product, all done. I have the 5/16 to 18 hardware in there. It's bolted all the way through the frame. Everything's painted up. I have the netting back in, nice and solid. These nice and solid, they're not going anywhere. I hit them with some Scotch-Brite, cleaned them up a little bit. They look good. I was gonna clear coat them, but it's just too cold to paint, and I think they look fine the way they are. Again, I got the hardware in over here. These are bolted in through the frame. Everything's painted. They came out nice. I'm happy with it. And they add to the bike. Get one more look of them from the front. See how they came out. I'd like to give you a front view of it, but I can't because the wall's in the way. Give you guys a quick question. Let me know in the comments, or like or dislike, whether you guys think I should wrap this or not. If you think I should wrap it, give me a thumbs up. If you think I should leave it black the way it is, give me a thumbs down. Again, thanks for watching.